Hello, and welcome to CHUB Cast, where we review 2 albums and episodes spanning across a multitude of genres, with your hosts.
My name is Zach Smith,
And I'm the bassist.
And I'm Ben, and I'm the vocalist.
The one who plays the guitar is me, Greg.
I'm Kyle and I hit stuff with sticks.
All the way from Brighton, UK, combined, we make up the band CHUB. I hope you enjoy the podcast.
Hello, and welcome to CHUBcast episode 20. This is the...
Is it?
It is CHUBcast episode 20. Episode 20. It's CHUBcast. We're no longer teenagers, and we review albums. Fuck, why did I jump straight into this? I was not prepared. Follow us on socials, links in the description. We review albums, 2 albums a week, and 2 singles a week. Hooray! Yeah, this episode...
So we're a band.
Oh, yeah. God,
We
I
have music
forgot
now.
about that. I forgot that we're a band. It's been so long since we've actually fucking done anything. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Yeah. I mean, you've probably heard the little advert, so you better go listen to that, you chump. You big chungus.
Chub.
We love you, you chump.
This episode we're talking about Steel Panther's All You Can Eat and Bear Ghost Blasterpiece. The singles as well are Pendulum and their new latest song Driver and Chubby and the Gang, all along the Uxbridge Road. Is it Uxbridge?
Uxbridge.
I spelt it wrong. I put an E next to the X, so I was like, Uxbridge? Is that French? I don't know.
Louise Bridge.
But yeah,
You stole our name, Chubby in the
yeah,
Gang, and
Fucking-
added some other letters onto it. Fuck you.
yeah. It's pretty much us. How dare you?
Yeah, we invented that word.
We definitely should just call ourselves Iron Maiden. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's taken. Anyway,
Good name, mate.
We'll spell it differently. It'll be fine.
yeah, Eron Madden.
Eron Madden.
Yeah, it's a
My favourite-
Madden tribute band.
Football player, John Madden.
John Madden,
John Madden,
Oh,
John Madden, John.
which wasn't that from that space video on YouTube?
Yeah, it was that NASA space training video game, but it had text to speech.
Oh my god.
Hey you. So good. So funny.
music.
I'll link it in the Discord. It's funny as fuck.
Do it. Which album do you want to talk about first? We probably should have planned this. Also, how is everyone? How's everyone doing?
Extremely well, thank you.
Excellent.
Greg's
I'm in a new room.
flat. Yeah.
Ah, you still got
Me and
Butters.
Butters just moved.
Yeah. Oh, he looks happy about it.
Yeah, he always is.
Good.
He gets no
Oh.
choice in the matter.
Yeah, he's frozen in time. He's in
He's
an
stuck in a
eternal
frame.
torment.
You'll get Luigi knocking on the door trying to get him out. That's
Yeah.
a Luigi's Mansion reference for everyone. Anyway, so Steel Panther or Bear Ghost, friend? Steel Panther. Okay.
Steel Panther.
Sure.
Steel Panther was my choice because I've been scouting albums to choose, and I just kept landing back to Steel Panther, and I was like, you know what, we need a laugh, and I think this album is personally their funniest because it's just got the most. I don't know how the fuck they get away with some of these lines, man. How have they? I was saying to Greg when I jumped up the mic earlier, how the hell have they not been cancelled, or at least trending on Twitter cancelled?
I think they've reached a level of uncancelability. I just don't think it can be done. It's because cancelling is just in the mind, you know. If you believe that you can't be cancelled, then you can't be. I think they understand that better than anyone.
They're immune. They've ascended.
It's so obvious that it's
Yeah,
meant
magical.
to be like a ridiculous, over the top parody of how like misogynistic hair metal bands act, sort of thing.
But that's the thing. People don't get the obviousness of things sometimes, which is why I'm like, it's so obvious they are a joke band. But how?
I mean,
How have
I
they
mean, the
gotten
great
away
thing-
with it?
kind of the great thing about Steel Panther is like they're living that parody. Like there's always that little thing in the background of like, are they actually joking? Is this real? But you know they are. They absolutely are, and it's all ironic. But like, they also just kind of are what they're like pretending to be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, because they do it so well. They perform like so well, and the music and the production, everything is so good that like it's a parody, but almost not.
They also look the part
They
as
ride
well.
the line.
They like nail it. They nail the look. The fact that they're like in their 50s, but they're still good looking. It's just perfect. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
like,
I feel like they're pushing 60 now. I don't know.
That's madness. I never even that didn't pop into my mind. In my head, they're like 30 when they definitely couldn't possibly be because they got so many albums and shit.
Yeah.
But like, they just don't come across as 50. That's weird.
I don't know. When did the first album with like Death to All But Metal and stuff on it come out?
I want to say 2008.
Something like
That's
that.
what I was
yeah.
thinking.
2009.
Okay.
And I know that they were like a covers band that just played it like in LA for ages. I actually used Genius, and I found out that I think it's Satchel and Michael were in a Van Halen tribute band before called Atomic Punks. Before they
mentioned that on because they mentioned Van Halen in one of the songs on this album, don't they?
That's actually where I found it's that line on Genius that
I saw the exact thing.
I was cranking Van Halen and looking tight. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, that's on a Gangbang at the Old Folks Home, isn't it?
Yeah. Which has the best line in the whole album. I took her doggy and I gave her a spank. That's where I dislodged her oxygen tank. She fell to the floor, and 3 seconds later, I was running for the defibrillator.
Isn't there a line after that? Something like, he was like fisting someone in the arse, and someone says that's no way to respect the dead or something.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite line. So good.
Oh my god.
So dumb.
Saying
I love it.
Kay was really upset and like called me a misogynist for how we talked about WAP. I was like, how this episode's gonna get?
You were like, let's see, wait until the next one.
Wait until Steel Panther. God damn.
That was
There's
just
another
level one.
line. Since Strike 9, I understand you had gas, but you farted and another dude's sperm dribbled out your ass.
Yeah. I think that's probably my favourite line.
Something like Strike 4. I can't remember what Strike 4 was, but whatever it was, it pissed me off.
Strike 10. You drank my last beer. I don't know, fuck. They're so good anyway. But
let's not forget as well the hook to Bukake Tears. It was like, there was so much love on your face, I couldn't see the tears.
So fucked up, dude.
That's
neither the
classic.
boys
That's
nor
the
I
one.
could see the tears. Oh my god. How have they not been cancelled? Like, literally, all
They
it
can't
takes
be.
is... But people can't take jokes. So how is this still fine? It is fine. Of course it's fine. I'm not saying it's not fine, but I've always thought this.
Yeah,
It's like,
I feel
how
like-
does Steel Panther do it?
I was gonna say, I feel like
with
they
Steel
stepped
Panther,
up.
they kind of.
Sorry, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, all I was gonna say is that they, like, Steel Panther are relatively like popular in a lot of like rock and metal circles and things like Download and stuff like that. I still don't feel like they've truly permeated the proper mainstream yet. So that's probably maybe why there isn't such like a cancel culture, because everyone that they cater to and that listens to their music gets the joke, so it's fine. But obviously, if they got to the levels of like, I don't know, Sabbath or something like that, and some outsider Christian mums were looking at it, they'd be like, then that's probably where the outrage would be. So I think they've just slipped under the radar, which is great.
It's like, do you guys remember Cunt and the Gang?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar name to Chubby and the Gang. He just plays like tiny pubs and nobody knows he exists, so that's why he can write like songs about Jimmy Savile and the sexy kids.
Gets away.
But,
Yeah, but
yeah, if he was mainstream, he'd be gone.
I
he
saw
got
him
like
at
into the top
Firehouse.
10 on Christmas, dude. He was in the
He got
Christmas
one,
top
sorry.
10.
Was he?
Yeah, he had he's just called cunt now, I think. But his song Boris Johnson is a cunt got into the Christmas top 10.
Well, that's topical. I mean, you get Tory bashing just gets you all the accolades. Like you
It's
don't.
called the cunts now, but yeah, the song Boris Johnson is a fucking cunt was like third
That'll do.
during the Christmas period.
He wrote that like in 2004 or something as well.
A true visionary.
Yeah, it's got the hindsight. God damn.
Wow.
So, I'm going to pick on Kyle. Kyle, do you have any throwing in the ring?
I was gonna say, like, I think I said on the last episode that like the last album of Steel Panther I actually listened to was their first one, Feel the Steel. So, this is my first time listening to a full album, and I swear, like, they stepped up the level of grossness so much with this album. I swear. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, I haven't listened to Balls Out that much, but the songs I do know, like Supersonic Sex Machine, Just Like Tiger Woods, If You Really, Really Love Me and stuff, are like, you know, they're just dumb songs about like being a sleazy bastard, right? But then this album literally has like Bukkake Tears, which actually like made me feel a little bit uncomfortable with like how fucked up it is. And like Gangbang at the Old Folks Home obviously is like another level. But fucking you know, like
She's on the rag, that's pretty
She's on the
horrendous.
rag, yeah.
Oh yeah.
BVS, which was like big vagina syndrome.
Yes. Oh, that's so catchy.
Stepped up the
Oh my
level of
God.
like grossness on here, and I don't know why. Like they just
You have
decided
to
we got
after a
to
while,
push
don't
the
you?
envelope. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, I listened to I've listened to all the albums apart from the latest one, and Lower the Bar, I feel like they toned it back a bit. I haven't heard the latest one though, but I know what you mean. This is definitely the most grotesque album, because I listened to Balls Out like so much at college, and yeah, there's some lines, of course there's some lines, but nothing compared to some of the shit on here, and it's so funny.
Having said that, though, like even the first album, Feel the Steel, had fucking Asian hooker on, which is pretty fucking like not PC.
Yeah, the first one. Didn't that one have There She Blows on it as well?
A fat girl.
Oh yeah, Fat Girl.
Just
yeah.
called Fat Girl. Oh dear. I mean, in Balls Out they had a couple of, not songs, it had like Gold Digging Whore, where Michael Starr literally just goes, "Let me hear you retards, spell it out," and then they just spell out the whole song, and I'm just, every time I hear that I'm always like, you can't say the R word. That's rude. But yeah.
Oh god.
I
You
know,
guys-
like, we watched the music video for a Glory Hole as well. I was just like, Jesus, man! Like the end where they're like,
Is that still on YouTube? How did they get away with it?
How did they get away with the boobs? The boobs!
Yeah.
Oh dude, YouTube will break all the rules for like big music production companies. The rules don't exist for them. It's,
Do you
it's
reckon?
broken system.
Do you reckon that's
Oh, yeah.
because it's music, they allow boobies on YouTube?
Well, it's because it's a big fancy company with a lot of money.
we should make like a big point and just make a fucking porn video, but say it's a music video or something.
Yeah, we should all just fuck each other
Just
and then
hardcore
upload
porn.
it. Maybe that can be our Wasters music video. We all just fuck each other. Anyway,
I like
I like it.
for a long time.
I like that.
the Pussy Whips music video had like giant testicles in the sky. Don't know if you saw that. It also had
I haven't watched it yet.
it also had one of the McPoyle brothers in it. The one that goes, "You will call her." That one. Yeah, he was in there.
Oh,
And Party
I mean,
Like Tomorrow is the End of the
Steve-O was in
World.
Party. Yeah, in that one.
Steve-O was in that one. I
Jimmy
forgot about
Simpson.
that. I know that. That's it. Yeah, Jimmy Simpson. I know that. Walter Jr. is in. The guy who plays Walter Jr. is in.
Oh,
Party
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Tomorrow is the End of the World.
Yeah, he just is there and just froze up. Like,
Yeah, he just chants. But that came out at like the height of Breaking Bad as well. So that I remember like seeing that in like newspapers. So well, not newspapers. They don't know shit, but about heavy metal, bro. But yeah, it was like really all over Twitter. Like, oh my god, Walter Jr.'s in Steel Panther music video. Oh my god.
One thing I will say also about this album though is like I think it really, I mean, Steel Panther as a whole, they really exemplify the whole like, yeah, you can be a funny band, but often being funny isn't enough. Like you need to like, and that's the thing about Steel Panther. Like even if their lyrics weren't ridiculous, they would still be a great band because they're just great musicians. Like everything that they do is really good. The
Much
song
like
composition
Ram
is
Ahoy.
surprisingly.
I know what you mean.
Can you imagine if Steel Panther didn't have like good music to back up the lyrics? They'd be awful.
God.
Yeah, they'd be so shit.
So bad
Oh,
if they were just like,
he's so cringy.
yeah, it's all in the delivery.
But yeah,
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
such good musicians. Like Satchel is a phenomenal guitarist. He's actually
yeah.
sick.
It's like one of the comments I saw on YouTube was something like, if they toned down the lyrics a lot, they might be able to make it quite big, like in the mainstream, because like they are a really good, like just rock band in and of themselves.
They
But
just make
obviously-
like a rock band, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, last time I saw them with Claire, I don't remember seeing them because I was so fucking drunk. 'Cause me and Claire decided to drink a shit ton of vodka beforehand, and that was a mistake. But that was at Wembley Arena. So they headlined Wembley, being supported by Bowling for Soup. So that was a good gig. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they can already headline huge arenas. So I feel like, where do you go from there? Because not many bands headline stadiums. That's like a huge jump.
They just keep doing their thing, I suppose. Like, yeah, they're not small at all. Like,
They got 500k
They-
monthly
they
listeners.
carry on.
Which is pretty fucking good for a rock band.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
no
pretty good.
Ghostman, but
Yeah, I mean, naturally, really. He's the funniest.
Can you compete with those
yeah,
that
no
talent?
Cardi B.
Cardi
Funny
B.
looking.
God damn. But, yeah,
So
Ben.
I was just gonna say, who's gonna break the ice and recount the amazing time we saw Steel Panther at the Download 2012, where we saw.
Great
I forgot
boobies.
about. Oh my god! Thanks for
Great
reminding
boobies,
me.
right?
All yours, man. Tell that story.
Well, yeah, we were just in the. I'm pretty sure anyone in that audience might watch this video could probably agree that 2012. They were playing a set, and I think they were just before, like Megadeth or something, or Tenacious. I can't remember. It was like
I remember.
it was like 9 years ago, so obviously
Yeah.
like a long time ago. I have to actually look at the set list.
It's still on YouTube.
But yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know,
so.
we
managed
found
to
it,
find
didn't
it.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah. And it was just the moment where like all of us are just getting into the music and laughing and drinking, and I was pretty pissed for that as well. Like I don't know about you guys, I think we were all like pretty smashed, and then suddenly like it got to the point where everyone's on everyone's shoulders just flashing, and like the camera guys are like wee boobs, and they literally like stop. I swear they stop one of the songs, or they're just about to start one, and then they're just like, "Stop! Look, cameraman, get your head out your ass! Great titties right there!" And the cameraman just pans around, zooms in, and it's just, it was
They were.
They were
On the
immaculate.
giant screens.
on the huge screens. They just had this lovely ladies.
Brought a tear to our eyes. I think
Yeah.
Satchel said, "Everyone thank her dad for putting her on his shoulders."
Yeah.
Oh man. It was so good. Dude, like 17/18-year-old me
live,
was
right?
just crying with joy.
God damn, I think that's still on YouTube. I think he was party all day at the end of that. Right at the end of the video.
Do you remember
Was it?
the other great moment from that set Hey, everybody, look at that plane! Everyone say, "Fuck you, plane!" Our audience just like gave the finger to this plane going over there.
I do. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And everyone literally was like, "Fuck you, plane!"
Fuck
You guys look like
plane.
fucking idiots right now. Why are you swearing at a plane?
Yeah, their live set was so fun, so good.
Yeah, I'd love to see them again.
Oh. Yeah,
This
I'd
album, though,
happily see them again.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. I'd definitely see him.
Yeah, this album. It was good. I enjoyed it. And that's it. Greg?
Nice.
Sweet. Are you actually passing this to me, or you got it?
Yeah, no, I'm genuinely
Is this
positive.
parody? Is this real? Is this real life? I don't know.
It's real life.
Yeah, I also have opinions. I thought it was good as well, for similar reasons that we've discussed. I thought it was funny. We listened to Van Halen last week, and I didn't know that they were in a Van Halen cover band. But I was going to mention like the authentic, like old school rock feeling that you sort of get from them that comes through, and especially the guitar and the way he sings.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much energy of that.
Yeah, and it's
energy.
really nostalgic and just, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Nostalgic might be the wrong word to use because that makes it sound like, dad rock. But
I mean, it's nostalgic for me because I listened to this shit when I was younger. So...
Yeah. But no, it kind of, yeah, it's the same energy. It makes you feel like you were there in the Van Halen days.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just really enjoyable. I think it's amazing that they managed to walk the line between that kind of enjoyment and the like pure smart comedy shock humor enjoyment, and consistently like I'm able to enjoy it for both reasons consistently pretty much all the way through. Like neither one takes precedence, neither one kind of overshadows the other. It's a really, really well balanced thing that they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably nailed it. Yeah, they've also got some like absolutely banging riffs in this album. Just
Yeah, dude, honestly, Pussy Whips is my favorite for guitar riffs in this album. It's so good.
Yeah, I've got in my notes. I mean, as I said, I haven't listened to all their stuff, but I swear Pussy Whips is like their heaviest song I've heard. It's got kind of like semi-metalcore vibes to me. Like it's got like a really spicy breakdown after the second chorus as well. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
right then.
I mean, Gloria had
And
some
it's-
like heavier parts as well. Fuck, my voice is going. There after the first chorus, and it's like, "I know a place down beside Mickey D's," and it's like proper slamming on the drums and the guitar there, and I'm just like, oh, I also know Mickey D. Is that a Motown reference? I don't know. But yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, good shit.
I
I was going to mention one thing.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, like, in general, I think I'm not such a big fan of slow songs from bands like this, just for my own personal level of enjoyment. But particularly for Steel Panther, I really like the slow songs on their first album, like Community Property and is it Girl from Oklahoma or Stripper Girl?
Stripper Girl and Girl from Oklahoma. They're both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bunch, and they're really, really good, and I enjoy them every time. I didn't connect quite as much with the slower songs on this album. I'm not sure why. I was
slow
just
songs
like,
take a little bit of warming to for me as well. Like, yeah.
Which songs, for example, though? 'Cause the only slow song I can really think of on this album is "Fucking My Heart in the Arse," which was one of my favorite songs on the album. Honestly. I really like that song.
Burden being wonderful like me.
I felt like the Burden Being Wonderful was a bit
yeah.
slower as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that song very much either. But I also feel like the concept of that song and like the lyrics weren't as imaginative. It's just, Michael Starr's a fucking up himself megalomaniac.
If you watched the music video, though, they got like a really nerdy guy who every time he looked in a mirror, he just saw a member of Steel Panther, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm the best." And it was a perfect body, a perfect shape, and he's just sitting on the toilet doing a shit and stuff like that. I think that really.
Have they got music videos for like every song on this album?
Nah, 4, I think. In Balls Out, there's a couple of slow ones called Weenie Ride and Critter, which took a long. In fact, I didn't like Weenie Ride at all until the Mars lot kept singing it, and I was like, actually, it is quite funny. But slow songs, I know what you mean. They just don't. Yeah, they just don't click for like ages with me. Maybe it's my ape brain.
It's something, especially with this type of genre as well, because it's maybe more of a like jarring transition. Like I felt the same way about Kiss and Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other examples as well, but yeah.
I think the song was Fireflies on the album.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
That far, I can't
I don't
remember.
remember.
I mean, later on there's some Bear Ghost songs that are on the slower side that I wasn't particularly keen on, but that's for later. But yeah.
But I think we've established in previous episodes that we've got like big dumb goopy goblin brain. Like, a slow song has to like really be something special for us to actually enjoy it. I think we've established, and like
unless it's a whole slow album, in which case it's a totally different thing.
It sets the tone differently, though, right? I think it's basically what you guys were saying. Like all of these other songs, like 9 out of 10 of the songs on this album, but just like party songs, right? And then like out of nowhere, it's like, here's a ballad, and it's like, okay, well,
a ballad, but with Lexi Fox on the cello.
Was there a cello? Did I miss that?
That's Burden Being One. The Burden Being Wonderful. It's got like that's a cello.
Oh fucking hell! Okay. I thought what at the beginning.
No, throughout the whole song.
Oh fucking hell! It gave me very big Bon Jovi vibes. That song.
Yeah. If you replace the cello with the keyboard.
Never listened to Bon Jovi.
You
probably should.
Surely.
I mean, you've heard.
I'm sure I probably have, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you've heard like "Living on a Prayer" and fucking. Yeah, you'll have heard their big ones.
All right, final thoughts, friends. Greg.
Fucking sick. Hilarious. Banging tunes, really catchy, great riffs. Really enjoyed it. My favourite songs were Pussy Whipped, Gangbang at the Old Folks Home, and Glory Hole. And I don't. I'm always unsure what score to give it. I'm caring less as we go along, and so I don't feel like it matters all that much. I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice.
Just
because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
Why not? I know what you mean. As you go along, you're like, well, I gave that a 5, so I can't give it a 6. This is a 7, and then you're just like, oh,
I basically give everything between like a 7 and a 8.5, really.
Yeah, a lot of the time it depends on how you're feeling that day and how you were feeling when you listened to the album and all sorts of outside factors, right? So,
yeah.
Anyway, I'm talking, so I have to go now. Yeah. It's the new rule. I really liked it. I knew I was going to, though. Favorite song is probably Glory Hole because it's so catchy. I mean, I almost got Ben in trouble a few times whilst he was working earlier on phones because I was just there like, blow my load at the Glory Hole. Whilst he was about to, it's like, hello, this is Ben. You're through to
Yes, we can increase your direct debit. Yes, hello. Don't worry about your Glory Hole. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
are you going to install a Glory Hole?
On your face.
Install a Glory.
So it's,
With every Bolt
yeah,
membership,
really-
we install a free glory hole.
Let's go.
Yeah. Almost all the songs are great. There was a couple kind of songs I didn't really care for. If I Was the King or The Burden of Being Wonderful very much. I thought they were kind of like meh. Still decent, but not really ones I'd intentionally put on. I also thought You're Beautiful When You Don't Talk was really fucking good. It was like a sleeper hit. That one was so good. Just because it was a bit more subtle comedy rather than beat you over the head. I think everybody can relate to that song, man or woman. There's plenty of times where you'll meet someone, you'll be like, God, they're so fucking fit, and then you realize they're dumb as fuck, and you're like, okay.
I realize that's like the exact opposite of their other song, Turn Out the Lights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of You're beautiful when you talk, and I can't see you.
Turn out the lights before you duck my dick. Someone hit you with an ugly stick. Sorry. I want to fuck, but you make me sick, so turn out the lights.
Genius.
Genius. I do think I need to be in like a certain mood to put them on, because if I'm in like a normal kind of like just average like mood, maybe putting on like really like silly songs about like fucking grandmas at the old people's home, I'd just be like, okay, it's not really hitting right now. But if I am in the right mood, like it's like in terms of like party songs, putting it on when you're drinking or something, it's guaranteed fun. Singing this sort of dumb shit along with your friends is always a great time. And seeing them live is really good, and they absolutely slap it live as well. They're all great musicians. So yeah, I'm give it an 8 as well. It's a fun thing.
Nice.
It's good.
8.
For an average of 8.
An average of 8 out of 8.
Lovely.
Oh, and I'm talking, so I'm going to go. Friends, I'm glad everyone enjoyed it, and I hope you all had some laughs. Every time Steel Panther comes on, I don't usually skip it, because I'm just like, all right, I want to laugh, and a gangbang at the old folks' home, just even just thinking about it makes me smile. It's so good. But yeah, I've been listening to this album since it came out, and I love it so much. So, but having said that, I'm probably also going to give it an 8 as well, because yeah, If I Was King, it's pretty like by the numbers. The slower songs don't hit, in my opinion, and I don't really know why, but Pussy Whipped is a bit meh for me. I feel like the album doesn't get going until Glory Hole, and then after that it's awesome, apart from the slow ones. And BVS is just so catchy as well. Oh, that's yeah, 8 out of 10. Good shit. Good old fashioned heavy metal. Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna round it off by saying, yeah, I love this album. Exactly the same as what everyone else has pretty much said. It's fun. It's all it's trying to do is be fun. Stop poking Danny DeVito.
Oh, that's what that is.
You just see his tiny face in the
Sorry,
corner.
for our podcast members, Kyle was poking our small Danny DeVito. That doesn't make it any
Look at him,
better.
he's so little in the corner there.
You look tiny there.
Yeah, it was really fun. If you're in the right certain mood to like Kyle was saying, want to have a drink, listen to some party tunes, and get ready and just have a laugh, then it's absolutely like one of the best albums to put on for sure. Like all of them are great musicians. Like I gotta love. I can't remember his fucking name again, which is really bad. But the singer's voice is just so good.
Michael Starr.
Michael Starr, that's it. Yeah, he's just like the way he just hits those like ridiculous, like over the top high notes, where like even that like sounds like he's doing a parody, but he's doing it so well. Like
Yeah, he's doing it. Like, he's actually nailing
he's
it.
doing it,
but he's parodying it as well.
he's kind of doing it really well, but taking the piss at the same time somehow, and it just comes across so well. Well, yeah, I love it. So yeah, this isn't like an 8 out of 10 for me as well. I'd even probably go to say 8.5 because fuck all of you.
Oh, someone else be different.
You ruined it.
You ruined it.
Soiled
You ruined
it. Soiled it. Soiled it.
No, it's an average of 8.0156.
8.25.
No, but it's I think my favorite song on the album is probably as bad as it is. It's probably Bukake Tears. just because that song slaps so hard, and I just kept singing Glory Hole, and I kept singing Bukake Tears like over and over, like in between calls. So there'd be someone just like really sad, like, "Oh yeah, it's okay. We'll help you with your query. It's all right. It's all right. We'll help you. Have a nice day. Goodbye." I just like screaming in between songs about fizzing in people's faces.
I feel I've been in like a situation where I figure it was Bukake Tears actually. It was stuck in my head as well, and I was at my nan's house and I kept singing it just on autopilot and went like, "Oh no, fuck!" Oh dear.
Should listen to Gangbang of the
Hey
Old.
Nan, there's so much love on your face, Nan. What?
Yeah, I can't see the tears.
You just listened to a snippet of COVID Kingpin. If you enjoyed what you heard, then go and find us on any streaming site that you can think of. I hope you enjoy the music, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Ben,
Whoa!
lead us into the singles.
Whoa! Singles! You know what time it is, everyone. It's the time that we do the singles. We're in between the things that we do when we do the albums. Wow! Whoa! Crazy. And
One day I'll
single
make an
choice.
ident to separate them, but for now, lol, there is none. Get right.
This is a high quality, well produced podcast.
Yeah.
Damn right.
So my choice was All Along the Uxbridge Road by Chubby and the Gang. Chubby and the Gang.
All along the Uxbridge. Oui, Uxbridge.
Weeksbridge. Yeah, Chubby and the Gang are like a sort of punky, like pub rocky kind of British band. They started in around sort of I think mid to early 2019. They've kind of just been playing a lot of like they've still got quite a small following at the moment, but they've just released or very recently released their first debut album, Speed Kills, and yeah, the main single, which has a lovely music video of All Along the Uxbridge Road, came out in like October last year, and it's a stone cold banger. What did you guys think? Whoa.
Pick someone.
Zach.
Me? Okay. When you linked this on the Chub chat, when you were like, "They stole our name, dickheads," I actually listened to the whole album then, and I really like it. So I've listened to the whole album a couple of times. It's just good old punk and me likey. Or wait, Greg, what genre did you say it was? Oi.
Well, no, it was listed on their list of influences was Oi with an exclamation mark, which
Yeah.
Oh, is
the most
that bad?
amazing name for a subgenre.
No, it's a genre.
What is that? We need to do a deep dive on Oi.
It's basically
Oi is
punk.
like
It's punk.
yeah, it's kind of punk, but it focuses a lot on like sort of like it was basically originated when a lot of people during like the 60s and 70s, or like when punk was sort of becoming popular, were really
Late
annoyed with like
70s, I
university
think.
boys getting into punk. So so they were
okay.
just like, so it was a bunch of like working class lads basically being like fucking rah! But it did get like permeated and like incepted by a lot of like skinheads. So I think the title Oi like bands became a little bit racisty. From looking at like all of the influences and stuff. That I was just like, oh no.
Oh, didn't realize that.
Well, you turned back to
Yeah,
Chubby and
so-
the gang, who are not racist, I assume.
Who are not? Who are not? Yes, exactly.
They're brilliant. I love their artwork on the album. It's like a Beano magazine. Dino? Which one is it?
Beano.
Beano and the Dandy, right? So
Dandy,
I guess
yeah.
the Dino
Dandy.
is like both of them.
Oh, yeah. Beano. And obviously the music video for this All Along the Uxbridge Road is like, it reminds me of those Looney Tune episodes with the mafia characters. Do you remember that? Where you had the short one with the big hat and like the big one who had like the brown suit, and usually it was Bugs Bunny, I think, usually with them and fucking about. It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I only remember that because of the Bugs Bunny Lost in Time game with the mafia.
Yeah, they were in it.
world.
They were in that.
Yeah. Oh my
That was a
god,
big
that
game.
They
game
were
was
on
so
a
good.
bicycle, right? There was like a chase scene, and Bugs was on a bicycle, and they were in a car with like a fucking Tommy gun still shooting him, or something.
Yeah. So good.
So good.
Ugh,
I might have to go back and play that game.
do it.
Was that the one on Game Boy?
No, that
There
was
is one on
Bugs
Game
Bunny's
Boy.
Crazy Castle. But it was
oh,
on
great.
PS1. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time was on
Okay.
PS1. And then there was a
I played it
sequel.
on the PC, yeah, but yeah,
It
it
was,
was on.
oh yeah, it was on PC too. And then there was Bugs and Taz Time Twisters or whatever, which was a really fun game, co-op game.
Oh yeah, I love
Anyway,
that.
we're getting
Anyway,
sidetracked.
music. Anyway, punk. This song
Bugs
has so
Bunny's
much
punk.
energy. The rolling drums, just guitar, it just doesn't stop, and that hook, the chorus is just it's so good. I really love the chorus. It's just
So
great
catchy.
old school punk, and I loved it. Is there a harmonica in this song?
Yeah, it's during like the second to last chorus and the last chorus.
Yeah,
Where it's like
I
a
loved
breakdowny
that.
bit. They have like,
Yeah.
dude, I saw like a live set of the of them playing the song, and the guy like, it was so majestic. The singer literally like is just about to crack it out, and he looks at one of the guys in the front audience. He like nods at him like this, like that. Passes the guy in the audience his pint that he was holding, cracks out the more harmonica and just goes wee, wee, and just like cracks out the best fucking, like, it sounds exactly like it does from the album. And like, and then he's just like, cheers mate, and then grabs the pint again, and I was just like, oh, it's so class, so good.
That's great, that is. Kyle,
What about you?
I'm gonna chuck it to Kyle. Throw the ball.
Oh, pass me the volleyball. Nice pass. Sorry, we were talking about fucking Haikyuu before this. So yeah, I really like it. It's a good song. He's got a really unique voice, and I was trying to pinpoint like, why does it feel so different to like, but then feel so familiar? And it's like, I think this is the first band I've heard where they've really embraced because this is like the voice that people at like football matches singing, where they can't actually sing and they know they can't actually sing, so they just go sort of thing, you know? It's literally he sings like that, but all the time, and it just works. Like any
But it
British
sounds
person
good,
will-
so can
exactly
he
that.
sing?
I mean, no, but it still sounds good.
But it sounds
Great
good.
backhanded compliment
So
there. I
he
love
can
the way that
sing.
you sing badly.
Yeah, you're the worst.
We
You're the worst best singer I've ever heard.
there's so many bands where they can't technically, in the traditional sense of the word, sing, you know,
Yeah,
but they
there's
still sound
loads.
great because they're unique, very characteristic, you know.
Yeah,
And this-
Motorhead, Black
I'm-
Sabbath, the Ramones, Sex Pistols, fucking loads of bands. You
Most
can't-
punk bands, yeah. I mean, like,
Chub,
they wouldn't be very
I'm
punk
joking,
if they
but
came
yeah,
out like if it was a punk band and the singer came on stage like, everywhere we go we're making noise, it would be like,
No, it doesn't work.
That'd be so good. I want to hear that though. I want to hear
We need to make
fucking
a song like
Fleur
that.
from Nightwish coming on with these guys, Chubby and the gang. Something to
It would
behold.
come off like Richard Cheese, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Except Richard Cheese has the backing of an actual swing band as well.
That's true.
Yeah. Is he still doing stuff?
I think so. Yeah, he just
Probably.
keeps on cranking them out.
Damn boy, I haven't listened to him in donkeys.
I saw him. at
But yeah, I
Summer.
I don't have a bunch else to say about this band. Yeah, they're really good. They're just traditional punk. They'd be fun to see live. I haven't listened to anything else by them. Clearly, the music video is very well produced, and I gave them a brief look up to find like who made the video, and they've got well, I mean, the lead singer Chubby has a lot of experience in punk bands under his belt, so yeah, like they're probably going to go places. I mean, they're racking up the views on like their first release, so they know what they're fucking doing, right? And yeah, more power to them. But your name shit, mate. Come on now.
Yeah, who names their band after their weight? Fuck you know. Or a fish.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, or a fish, as we found out from naming ourselves that.
Yeah, we still don't know what we're named after, do we? We could be the fish, the key, the erection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty
I'm gonna go
of
with
it.
the erection.
It's all down to interpretation. I'm going to go with fish. In interviews, we should all just say something different.
Say something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I text fish. Fish! I only knew that chub was a fish because in Animal Crossing you catch a pale chub. So I was like, it's me. Anyway.
Your mum caught a pale chub last night. Eh?
Oh! Gosh darn diddly on. Gosh.
Mate, that's a lyric waiting to happen in one of our songs.
Yeah.
A pale chub.
What about you, Greg?
Well, I would like to start by saying I also hate when university boys get involved in punk. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah, we all.
Right.
Wait,
Keep
all
it
four of
working
us.
class, am I right, boys?
Hang on, all four.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really awesome. Very pure punky sort of vibes. I hadn't heard the term pub rock before, but I felt that was very appropriate. Like, it really had that atmosphere of like pub music. Loads of energy, like we said. I feel like we compare every punky band to the Chats, but they were very like English Chats for me. Yeah, I don't remember any negatives or anything. I thought it was pretty damn solid, and I'll probably listen to the whole album.
The difference for me and these guys in the chats is the chats. You can actually. Who's making rustling noises?
Sorry, I'm eating a muffin.
That's very loud.
That's a loud
Anyway,
muffin.
you should mute yourself before you rustle that. Anyway, the difference for the chats and like this is for me is just the chats. I feel like I'm more riff and chorus focused, where these guys are way faster and just energy, way more energy focused.
Yeah.
But mate, could you imagine these guys and the chats and us?
And
Gig,
us.
let's go. And us.
Wait, and us.
And us. We're a
Sign us up,
band.
please.
Can we just do the Chub tour where we support these guys? That'd be so good. Only bands that have a Chub in the name. Oh yeah,
We're
that's
basically
Chubby
not
Chats.
ever supporting them because the set list, the fucking the band list would be the most confusing thing ever.
yeah.
Who's this band? Chub.
Oh my
Who's
God,
that?
if we supported them two, we could be the Chubby Chub Chat. So good.
Oh dude.
It makes us sound like a premium Sky TV channel.
Chubby Chub chat.
Chubby Chub Chat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, late night. See
I'm
a
gonna
lady, a lovely lady on a mattress, awkwardly talking to middle-aged men.
about 20 rolls just all the way down.
That's
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this.
Our OnlyFans instead of Babe Station, it's fucking Chubby Chub Chat. Fucking.
Let me
this
slap
single,
my chub with a fish with a chub. Anyway,
the single slaps for me. It's been stuck in my head for like weeks or a week or however long it was been since I found it. Like, I love the guy's voice. They are very London as well. Like, a lot of their influences,
London,
their working
innit?
class influences are like proper, like, yeah, the lyrics and everything are steeped in where they come from. I mean, you know, Uxbridge Road and like Acton Town and stuff is like around the area that they play the most and like associate with the most. So obviously it's in their music a lot.
Much like Steel
the
Panther
Oi.
writing songs about Eastbourne and the old folks' homes. You just can't escape. It's all based in their roots, man.
Yeah, it's all in those roots. And then the Oi thing as well. It's funny that you mentioned the football chanting thing, Kyle, because apparently that's a big like tick list on the Oi kind of bands where they purposely sing like that. Like that kind of football chanty thing, because that's like it's kind of like a working class thing, I think. So it brings it back to its roots. So kind of interesting that you picked up on that. Yeah, I love this song. I love the whole album's great as well. And
It's only 29 minutes long.
Yeah, and it's so quick. It's like some of the songs are like a minute and a half long, where it's just like, "Buh, buh, buh, buh," and then that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just so good. And interestingly, as a final note as well, fucking Pitchfork were notoriously pretentious about their reviews. Like as much as obviously it would be great if they gave us a good review in the future. But they are genuinely so pretentious with all of their kind of reviews. They gave this their album an 8 out of 10, which I thought was amazing, considering they give like equally great bands like 4s and 3s. So
I've never
I
heard
have
of
no idea
Pitchfork.
Yeah, me
Pitchfork
neither.
they're like a huge alternative rock, like indie reviewing website.
Why they're pretentious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they review pretty much I think they used to review bands that like 3 people would have heard of, but then eventually did slightly more mainstream like stuff. And yeah, they gave it a great album review. So maybe at some point we should do the whole album for CHUBcast in the future. Who knows?
Who
For
knows?
now, I'm going to give the single
Like and
a thumbs
subscribe.
up.
So thumbs up from me too.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Just like you should at home. Give this video a thumbs up.
Thumbs up!
Pendulum.
Yeah, go on, Carl.
Well, I think I can speak for all of us to varying degrees. Pendulum really had a big influence on our teenage years. Very much one of the bands that kind of got a whole generation into drum and bass and electronic music in general. They haven't made anything since their last album, Immersion, which came out in, I think, 2009, which was a damn fine album. I know.
I might be.
They've really not made
chatting
anything
shit.
since then. God damn.
No, they made something.
They had a
2012.
remix album. They had a remix
okay.
album.
I mean,
They
Yeah, their album release dates on Apple Music are all over the place. Immersion came out in 2011. It says here.
2010 it says on Spotify. Fuck knows. Who knows?
Who knows, really?
But yeah, at some point I'm gonna do either Immersion or Hold Your Color on this podcast because they are both some of my favorite albums ever. 5 ever. Rob Swire kind of stopped Pendulum suddenly at the peak of their popularity to go form Knife Party, who, while good, kind of I feel like were a bit of a cash in on the dubstep craze and never really found their niche as well as Pendulum did. They are back.
not as good as Pendulum. He made the wrong choice there. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
I mean, it sounds like he did it out of passion, like he was kind of bored of drum and bass. I mean, he'd been a regular on drum and bass like forums and stuff from like basically the inception of the internet. So he was one of the true OGs.
Since
But
the bass
they're
hunter
back
days.
out of fucking nowhere. I mean, Bass Hunter's a fucking banger.
It is, yeah.
But they are back with a track called Driver, and I think it fucking slaps, and it's like they never left. So what do you?
Wait,
think?
why did you sing it like that?
Because that's how they say it.
Did I listen to a fucking instrumental version? I don't remember any there being any
Literally,
lyrics.
just right at the start of the song, it's just like, "We going back," and then it just literally the song
right,
kicks in.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
With a track
Yeah.
called Driver, and then it's instrumental.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was like, "Fuck!" Did I listen to an instrumental?
But yeah, what do you reckon, Ben?
Yep, Ben.
Well, I'll tell you. I've loved Pendulum for quite a number of years. They've like, well, I'm not like a massive fan of dubstep and drum and bass, or I kind of tried was a bit when we were younger because everyone was at that age. But Pendulum really, really stuck out and have been like incredible. And like Kyle, yeah, Immersion is like one of my top 20 or 30 albums like of all time. Like it just, every single song on the album is just like so the fact that they didn't make anything afterwards for like a long time was so like tough, because it was just like, oh my god. And then I thought Kyle would mention it because it's really, really cool in the song, but like Immersion, the last album before obviously the hiatus, is all about sort of like, the theme is kind of like being underwater and being immersed in water. You know, the album cover is like a couple of people like in an ocean.
Right.
And there's a lot of bits of like instrumentations and like clips, like voice clips of like people like drowning and like holding their breath and stuff like that because of being underwater. And then it starts.
Yeah, the very
Driver
end,
starts.
the last track of Immersion in Coda ends with like, because they thought it was going to be their Inferno project. Yeah, it ends with the sound of somebody drowning, like swimming out to sea and drowning. And then and then this track,
which is why.
Yeah. You finish your tale, Ben. I kind of usurped you.
Oh, okay. That's why on Driver it starts with literally like someone like gasping for air and going, because it's like
I did wonder
coming back from the album Immersion, and I was just like, that's such a nice little touch, especially for people that like have finally gasped for air because they have been missing Pendulum so much. So
I did think about that,
it was
I was like, why is this song called Driver and he's in water? Cars don't do that. My computer drivers don't do that. What's going on?
Why? It's just reminiscent from the previous album. And then the actual song, just amazing, classic Pendulum. Just sounds like it's, to be honest, it sounds more like a song from Hold Your Colour rather than or In Silica maybe, rather than Immersion per se. But either way, it still slaps. It hits hard, like gets you pumped. This is something I'd listen to if I was running or going to the gym or doing anything like just trying to get me in like a
running at the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on. This sounded. Fuck, what am I trying to say here? I didn't really listen to that much Pendulum. I loved them live. Every time we saw them live, I loved it. And because of you guys playing it around me all the time, I knew the songs when I saw them live, but I never really put them on. And to me, this sounded more like dubsteppy Knife Party than Pendulum, with like the dubstep noises. And at one point they had like scatty blue bar drumming, and I don't remember that from Pendulum either.
Pendulum's
there's
like
fine lines between quite a lot of the electronic genres.
Yeah,
like they share influences and sort of themes.
Yeah. I think like most like fucking. I remember back in the UKF dubstep days, half the comments in the comments section was just, oh my god, it's not drum and bass because the BPM is too slow, and that's how you know it's drum. Like if you're boiling a genre down to the BPM, fuck off. Like, but that's for a lot of electronic music. That's literally all it is. It's just the BPM's faster, so it's 2-step. It's just like fuck off. But definitely, I feel like his Knife Party stuff is an influence on this song. But if you listen to Hold Your Colour, or even before Hold Your Colour, like Jungle Sound Gold, or any of the tracks that he did back then, they're a lot more jungle breakbeat focused. And
the stuff.
The drums. Yeah, that's very drum and bass.
Blue bar.
And It reminds me of the Downs camping nights, man. It made me want to go fucking camping and go.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, we
remember
might be able to
Oh,
do
hearing
that
that
the
music then.
times.
hopefully.
Mm. Literally, this as with all drum and bass and like music of that type, it just made me wish I was on ecstasy, man. Like, I just wanted loads of volume and just lots of drugs in my system, and yeah, it's the way for it to be fully appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we never did that download when we saw them, though. That would have been mad. But plenty of times.
Was it also 2012? Was it the same year we saw Steel Panther, by the way?
No, I think it was
no.
2011 they went to download.
Oh, okay.
Because I never saw them at download, but we saw like it was Chasing the Status and Prodigy that played at 2012.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Pendulum was 2011. Chasing Status and Prodigy was 2012.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Confirming.
Nice.
Confirmation.
Yeah, like this song, sick. What did you think, Greg?
I also thought it was hella good. I agree. There was a lot of like nostalgia value because obviously Pendulum. There's nobody else quite like Pendulum. They really invented their own sound, and so to have that back is great. It wasn't. They didn't quite recapture it because, like you say, there's a bit of Knife Party influence. There's obviously a lot of things that have happened in the electronic music world since then, and like they've all affected where they're coming from now. And it didn't like stand out to me exactly in the same way that like a lot of songs from Immersion do. I didn't find it quite as memorable. Maybe it's just because it's now and it's not like happening in the right time and place for it to be as memorable.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know if that time has passed or if I've moved on or if it's just because it's like more of the same and trying to recapture what they once had. But yeah, I really
Probably
liked
a
it.
pandemic thing, to be honest.
Yeah,
So,
maybe.
It's
you
not-
said
it's
earlier
not
that
really-
you wanted to listen to this on drugs. I mean, I listened to this in my dressing gown in my living room, so it's not really the correct time.
Not the same vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's me or the song, but I really liked it. But I'm not gonna like go out of my way to listen to it again, I would say. I put it on my playlist though, like it'll come up on shuffle and I'll enjoy it.
Have you listened to Nothing for Free, the other song on this single?
No, I haven't yet.
It's more traditional, well, more of the poppy style that Pendulum went later with Immersion and In Silico. And the music video is all a big reference to COVID with a bunch of rabbits getting myxomatosis. So I thought
nice.
it was quite cool.
Sick.
But yeah.
What a great theme for a music video.
Yeah, it's all like animated and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd recommend giving it a listen.
Yeah, I probably will.
I'd give this single a thumbs up.
Did Zach give it a pin?
Yeah, I mean, I said it sounded. I mentioned like Knife Party. I'll be honest. Like, I like that sound that Pendulum have. The that one, that sound from the keyboard thing. It's not a keyboard, is it? It's like a weird thing,
Synth box, whatever.
something like that. But
knows.
Like
I'll be honest, like
yeah.
that dubsteppy sound as I didn't like it back in the day, and I warmed to it just as dubstep died, and so I kind of like stopped listening to it, and now I hate it again. So I didn't particularly like this song, but I liked the parts that were like old school. Well, the Pendulum that I know. Less Knife Party, more Pendulum parts. And then at the 140 mark, when it came into that scatty drumming, I was just like, fuck, I'm in Blue Bar surrounded by crackheads. Nah, not for me.
I'm over it.
But having said that, like I said earlier, I'd see them live. God, they're great live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just not when you're in your dressing gown at midday, like 12 in the afternoon, sitting on the sofa with a cup of tea. and you're blasting Pendulum, trying to review it like, yes.
Fucking Norbert on your lap, like, what do you think, Norbert?
Yeah. Norbert's just like, hey. Do I still have that
Just with a
video?
skank face.
Is that video still on my... Oh, no, it's gone. Did you guys see that?
Oof.
I love it when he's got his mouth open. He looks so funny. Oh.
Anyway,
I
think
just
about
like
it.
to-
no, go for it, mate. Go for it.
I was just going to add that Knife Party don't actually suck. It's just they're not as good as Pendulum. Internet Friends is a great song.
Oh, they got loads of good songs, like fucking Bonfire's a slapper, Centipedes is still a
Yeah.
good song.
Bonfire.
I shot till I'm brain dead. Because they're wasters.
You just listened to a snippet of Wasters. If you enjoyed what you heard, then go and find us on any streaming site that you can think of. I hope you enjoy the music, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Money's messed up on cheap booze. Fucking wasters. We're all winners when there's nothing to lose.
Bear Ghost. Bear Ghost. It's time for Bear Ghost.
That's what a bear ghost sounds like.
Yeah, that's what a bear ghost sounds like.
Or a dying bear, at least. Soon to be bear ghost.
If you get in trouble, make the sound of a dying bear.
Help me, boo-boo! I'm dying!
Anyway.
Hey, boo-boo! I'm a
Hey,
fucking
boo-boo!
guy!
Hey, boo-boo! The park ranger has stabbed me in the back!
Anyway.
Hey, boo-boo! Let me see what's inside your picnic basket!
No, yo.
Boo-boo, boo-boo!
Why are we like this?
What is happening right now?
It's
Well,
so
you're not there, but-
we used to do this on League of Legends. Ben just came up with this meme that's so funny. It was just
It's like fucking Yogi Bear, but if like Yogi Bear like
fucked
routinely
the-
tried to fuck Boo Boo. Hey Boo Boo, let me up in your picnic basket. No, Yogi.
The park ranger just comes by. He's just like, I found you, pesky bear. Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah. So anyway, we listened to a band called Bear Ghost.
Yeah, thanks for ruining my album, guys.
Greg, do you want to take it away?
Not anymore.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yes, right. Bear Ghosts are a band. They do music, and they made an album, which I chose for this week. They are apparently a genre which nobody has ever heard of, called adventure rock. They're fun. They're upbeat.
Wait,
They got
what is
wacky
adventure
ideas.
rock? Sorry.
Fuck knows. I tried to look it
Oh.
up. I found an Urban Dictionary definition, which is like literally just said it's rock music that takes you on an adventure.
Ooh.
A prog
I guess
or
that-
something.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably get into it, but there were like, I was trying to think of other bands that have the same sort of vibe as this one, and I could come up with one other that I know of, called Major Powers and the Lo-Fi Symphony. I don't know if you may not have heard of
No,
them.
I've got two bands that
I-
sound like these guys that I
Great. By the sound of that name.
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Zach?
Yeah, but what?
I was just gonna say the bands that they sound like Avenged Sevenfold's a little piece of heaven or something.
Yeah, I got that same impression too.
Yeah, I see that.
And
Yeah.
I think it's Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, Panic at the
Yeah, you know they're closing the goddamn door. No one around
Yeah,
this kind of thing.
So,
They
yeah.
kinda-
To me,
kinda
they
gave me
sounded
that
like both
vibe.
of them, and they sounded like a early Fallout Boy as well. A lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, that never occurred to me. I never had the Fallout Boy phase, So
Neither
that's
did
probably
I.
why I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Dude, I got beaten over the fucking head by the Fall Out Boy phase because I have a younger sister, so I was a victim of that.
Yeah. I managed to avoid it. All that good Charlotte, all that nonsense never touched me. I don't know how I got away with it.
Yeah,
Damn,
I mean,
boy.
Kiri was also
To be
hella
fair,
into
I like them
Panic.
both now. Like Fall Out Boy
at
are
the
really good.
disco too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Kiri was obsessed with Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy. They were like the scene girls' dreams.
Oh god, the Fringe.
Oh yeah,
the
she had like
Fringe and
actual
the Coontails.
Mm.
Yeah. She was a walking stereotype.
Classic.
Weren't we all? But anyway, yeah, that's Bear Ghost. I think they're pretty funky and weird and cool. What do you reckon, Zach?
Me? I listen. I don't know where this like enthusiasm has come from. Probably a lack of having anything to say, maybe. But I listened to this album 3 times because I wanted to get that good. But you know what's funny?
What's that?
The third time when I went to listen to this album with my note to write notes for it, I got to the end of the album and I realised I was listening to it on shuffle. So a lot of my notes were based on the order of the songs. It's like,
no.
It's pretty good when it gets to Gypsy, but then after that it drops off for a bit. But it's not the fucking album. So I was after that I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. But
Did you not notice that the 3 times you listened to it, they were all in different order?
well, I wasn't like looking at the song names when at the first 2 times.
Oh.
I was just listening to it. But no, like, okay, so She Rex, absolute banger. I love that song. That has got such a good hard rock riff. I love the occasional random chiptune bits. They're great. Some of the slower songs, I don't know why, but it reminded me of, I feel like his voice sounds like, I'll probably go, is it Gaston from Beauty and the Beast? He kind of sounds like Gaston. He kind of sounds like him. So
it's got that kind of like quality of a musical almost.
Yeah.
Some of the singing.
Specifically the song that's sung in the town at the beginning of the movie. Some of these songs really, I loved it. I like the first few, up until like Gypsy, the first 4 songs had like that really Disney vibe, and I really liked it. And then obviously the chiptune bits, and then I wasn't like too keen on the slower ones, but that's just because for me I need to know a band before I listen to the slower songs. So I ultimately put like half the songs on my bangers and the other half I did not. But She Rex, man, it's good. It's a good song, that.
It's good.
Yeah. Kyle, I'm gonna throw you in the ring.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so this is probably the hardest to rank album for me that we've ever done, because it is very I had such mixed feelings about it, and it's all just from a very personal subjective place, right, from my lived experiences. So I thought that the intro all the way through to Gypsy was really cool, and it gave me kind of like fucking ragtime, 3 dudes with a piano and a double bass in a fucking saloon vibes, with kind of like the same sort of thing, like kind of musically vibes. And the songs are really well written. They're like really kind of poppy vocals, but like they're doing a bunch of different stuff with like chiptune and synths and stuff. Like they're really unique. But then after that, when we got to like Star Killer, I started being a bit like, why is this really annoying me? I was like, there's something about this that is really pissing me off. And then I realized, like, as soon as that little thing ratcheted into my head, like, ding, it sounds like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. All these, like, repressed angry boy teenage memories of fucking Kiri playing the same 3 songs over and over and over. I was just like, I was like, and I was there like, it's okay. Just think about it objectively, you know. Just think about like the musicianship and how much of a good singer he is and stuff. But
He's a great singer. Yeah.
It was just ruined for me after that. I was like, I can't fucking stand it.
Oh, that's such a shame.
It was one of those things. I was like, fuck, man, because I was like, oh, it's like all really quite unique. All the musicianship's really cool. I will also say, I feel like after Gypsy, it becomes a bit less interesting. Like I think the novelty kind of falls off from an objective standpoint as well, not from like a oh my god, my fucking childhood is ruined forever perspective. But
I would definitely say it goes in a different direction probably after Starkiller, I would say, because Starkiller is quite similar to like the first two songs.
Yeah, they have their more like country sing-alongy like ragtime vibes, but then like She-Rex onwards are kind of more like alt rock Fall Out Boy sort of vibes, and the vocals are very similar to those kinds of bands as well. But yeah, like I feel like that really tainted my experience with it. I really like the song Necromancing Dancing and Funkle Phil and Gypsy. But then everything else, I was like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. Like I wanted to turn the album off after She-Rex, if I'm honest.
Oh,
but
man.
I kind of,
You did
but,
it.
yeah, it's literally just from a purely PTSD of having a younger sister vibes.
Yeah, that's fair. Nothing can be done about that, I suppose.
No,
Starkiller. It does like go downhill after Starkiller, but in my shuffle album, my shuffled version, it did. I think it went downhill. Sickness for Nothing. Not She-Rex. Like, after She-Rex, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but it did feel like there were like a lot of slow songs in a row that like kind of dragged for a bit. In Starkiller though, there was a bit that sounded like Splatoon, which I really appreciated. I don't know if any of you heard Splatoon music, but it's just wacky, and it just reminded me of that. Maybe I'll recommend a Splatoon
with the
song
gang
one
vote.
day.
Starkiller.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's exactly it. And I was just like, oh, this is like Splatoon music, where it's got weird fucking, distorted like children noises and stuff. It's quite fun.
It's just like people making noises.
Oh dear. Hello, Ben.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, sorry, Carl.
Hello.
I was just gonna say, also for me, like just to wrap up my thoughts on it, so I can let you guys talk. Some of the like concepts for the songs were just a bit like just weird and kind of out there for no reason. Like I feel like Funkle Phil, it's like here's a whole song about Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, oh, okay.
Is that actually it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Starkiller, it's like here's a song
explain
about
yourself,
Star
Kyle.
Wars.
Why is that a bad thing? Explain yourself.
Just,
Objection.
Nah, you're just picking on it now.
No, it's just one of those. It's all like my personal opinion, right? But for a band who coins the term adventure rock to refer to themselves, and like it takes you on an adventure, I feel like there's like too many songs on this album that are like, it's a song about a man in love with a T-Rex. It's a song about Star Wars. It's a song about Uncle Phil. She-Rex.
Which song is about a T-Rex?
She-Rex.
I actually didn't catch on to that. Fuck's sake.
Did you not read Did you not see the lyrics that says, "So small in your tiny little arms, I was bewitched by your deafening roar"?
I actually didn't read the lyrics. No.
After we're listening to a lot of glam metal, you just assume it's about a woman. So.
No.
I straight up just thought it was about a woman.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, like, I I really liked the tone that they set with the first like 4 songs, and I was like, I really hope that they keep doing this and keep doing all these like taking us in these different directions, because I feel like it really earned the name adventure rock in that it like kind of takes you on a journey across time and makes you feel like you're in like in a saloon, or makes you feel like you're in like a fucking jazz bar or something. But then like they kind of just dropped off a cliff after Starkiller and were just like, yeah, it's just modern rock now, and I was like, oh, that's a shame. But yeah, that's just like my opinion in it.
In it, bruv.
What did you think, Ben?
Yeah. So I thought this album, I thought it was pretty good. As someone on the opposite spectrum who was an only child and didn't have a Fall Out Boys phase at all, this was quite fresh for me. I did say that it reminded me of Fall Out Boy, because I've heard a couple of songs of that kind of genre from being alive back in the day.
From being alive.
From being alive and
this thing,
around
yeah.
some of that music. But for the most part, I really enjoyed it. It was just really fun. It had elements of everything. It had like the instrumentation was really good. It was like jazzy in parts, and it was like ska in other parts, and then it also had like pretty chunky like metally rock riffs and like alternative rock. It clearly they knew that this wasn't a coherent like prog kind of piece where everything fits in together, because the album is called Blasterpiece, which kind of makes me think that it's supposed to be all over the place like a blast. So I kind of went into it not really expecting anything, and yeah, the songs were kind of silly, but in like the way that like it didn't take away from the actual like instrumentation. I didn't feel like I got bored with this album until Hola Adriana. I really liked that song because it had like sort of like Spanishy
That
kind
song.
of.
Sorry,
What was that?
I was going to say that song sounds like another song, but I cannot put my finger on it. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Every Spanish song does it.
yeah, yeah.
Like
They
they
all
had
sound
like
like
the
that.
little like Spanish instruments and the things that go like like in the background. and stuff like that.
Adriana. It's just, where have I heard that before? Fuck, it really annoyed me.
Yeah. I really liked all of the songs, to be honest, up to that point, and then the last 3 songs kind of like dragged on for me a little bit. I was a bit like, I'm a bit bored now, sort of thing. Not because they were necessarily bad. I think like the last 3 were kind of just like put on the end and being like, those are our extra alternative-y kind of songs. But everything else apart from that was set apart and had like a interesting premise and was like, whoa, kind of a bit wacky, and had bits of everything in. Even Sickness for Nothing, which was like a really strange song. It was almost kind of like, I don't know, like I kind of want to say like a bit shoegazy, or in a way that it was just like just had really like it felt a little bit out of place because it had these kind of like really serious kind of tones and like lyrics in like a song that was just after like speaking about fucking Anakin Skywalker and Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. So I was a bit like, this is a bit of a weird shift in change. But again, I don't think it's supposed to be like a completely coherent like story or anything. It's an adventure because it's taking you on like little short stories, like a short story book would. That's how I pictured it in my head. So I think it did that really well.
See,
Yeah,
for me,
I
I didn't really get the adventure rock thing at all. But now you say the picture book thing, I like that. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
we did a prog episode with Aerion and Mastodon, who took us on adventures. That
Yeah.
That's a good
this
point.
rather
yeah.
rather than like a whole book, like prog does, like you were saying with Mastodon and stuff. This feels like a novella or like a collection of short stories like added together, where I still feel like I'm going on an adventure of some sort, but like they're not all connected. And that's how I felt with each one, because it all brought something different to the table, apart from the last bit of the album, which was a shame because otherwise, this would be like a really really top rated album. So that kind of fell flat at the end, which is a real shame. But other than that, I enjoyed it all of it.
Yeah, I thought Prelude was a real weak way to end the album, but
Very weak. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I agree
By that
with
point,
that.
I literally had basically stopped listening. Like,
It also makes no sense because the prelude comes at the beginning. I guess that's what they
Yeah.
wanted, but that really
Yeah.
annoyed me. 'Cause, like, you can't just put the prelude at the end and that's the whole joke. Like, fuck you.
that's not a good joke.
I do not accept this. Fucking English major Greg over here, like, you're wrong.
Nah, that's the music thing as well. Come on, man.
I'm only memeing. I'm just playing.
my first note, I said, first impressions was, is this Primus? The introduction to Blasterpiece. That the first few bars was well Primacy, and I was just like,
Yeah, Uncle Phil was in places as well.
which one? Funkle
Uncle
Phil.
Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me, these guys are mad talented. And the fact that they can get this kind of sound, this variety of sound, there's only 3 of them. One of them has a fantastic beard. Is amazing. And this is their only album. Fuck. Don't tell me they split up.
No, I was
don't know.
thinking
I don't think so.
They're releasing EPs and singles still. They released 3 singles last year. Sirens, Invited.
For some reason, they have a Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of bands do that. Like Milk Teeth released a shit ton of EPs and singles, and they only had 2 albums.
Yeah. And then they split up.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
When we supposed to see them in 2020?
We're supposed
Yeah.
to see. Yeah.
I think the pandemic
that's
just put them over
fuck.
the edge. I feel like they'll be back though because they split up at the start of a pandemic, so that surely by now they'd be itching to get on stage and just play some music or do something. They must. That's what I was saying to Claire actually. I bet you a load of bands that were kind of bored of their music or bored of the sound they created and they wanted to do something a bit different. I bet you anything they're not bored anymore and they just really want to play those old tunes again. Chris Bose from Ailstorm, I bet he hates playing Kill Horde, but now I bet he can't wait to go on stage and play Kill Horde. God.
Yeah. There's gonna be so many people that I think really appreciate everything so much more when it gets back to normal, because they'll be like, oh my god, a stage, oh thank you, terrible sound technicians, I love you. Oh
I mean, maybe that's why Pendulum came back, because they were just fuck, I'm bored.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were probably doing basement clubs every night.
Did you guys watch that video I posted of Pendulum at the fucking fort in the middle of the sea thing? That's cool.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was mad. They're just playing a game on a boat.
It was an oil rig, wasn't it?
It's
Oh,
like
was
a
it?
really fancy hotel out in the sea.
God,
It's
the plot
quite cool.
thickens. Damn.
Plot thick.
Well, do we have any
Yeah, that
final
looks pretty
thoughts? Final thoughts. Bear Ghost. Gone. Fuck. Kyle's gone. Goodbye, Kyle.
Am I?
Oh god, the droid.
That's my phone.
No, he's got it.
That's
You
my
can't
phone.
see it.
Oh, my phone died even though it was plugged in. Lil. Well, rip.
Oh shit.
Well, you guys don't want to see
Well,
my
I guess
phone
we'll.
anyway.
Kyle is a bear ghost.
I am a ghost. Anyway, well, fuck it. We'll just continue without my camera.
Yeah,
But,
fuck it. And
so,
Kyle's
yeah,
talking.
final
so
thoughts.
go.
Yeah, I think final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say than I've already said. Basically, the first like 5 songs were really cool and had like an old school vibe to them, but then I feel like they kind of filled out a bit of space and slapped on the later half of the album. Like it really reminded me of the like Seeny Weeny days, and I can't stand that stuff just because of association, which is a real shame, because it's basically as soon as that ratcheted into my head, I was just like my opinion of it changed instantly, which is pretty silly. Like it doesn't really make objective sense, but that's just the way it be, you know. That's just something that affected me and my life. And as I say, it was hard for me to rate, but from a purely subjective standpoint, I'm going to give it like a 4 out of 10 for my enjoyment. I didn't favourite any of the songs, though I did like Necromancer Dancing, Funkle Gypsy.
Those are so good.
So I don't know how much more to say about it than that one. I'll probably listen to some of the more recent stuff in case they've really found their sound a bit more, because this is from 2016, so there's a good chance that they've done a big bit of growing since then. Curious to see what they're up to.
Yeah, definitely give them a see what else they got. And I'm talking, so I'm gonna go. Fuck it, Yoloni. I really like this album. I didn't like the slow songs at all, but that's just comes with the nature of me being an ape. So I I favorited like 3/4 of the album. You know, She-Rex, Introduction to Blast Piece, I know that was an intro song, but that's still good. It's just good, full of great tracks. Mostly because of the prog episode we did, I didn't really get the adventure rock stuff, but that's fine. It's fine. I didn't get the oi thing in Chubby and the Gang, so what do I know? Genres, you know, this is rock in my opinion, but there we go.
This is why subgenres don't fucking matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is. You don't need to slap label on it.
Yeah, literally.
It kind of sounds like they just made up this genre themselves just because they wanted to be unique.
I literally think that is what happened. I don't know if they invented it, but I've never heard it anywhere else. I don't know.
I give it a 7 out of 10. It was a 70 good time. Ben, hello.
Whoa! I just echo what I said before. I really enjoyed it. I thought for the most part, I enjoyed most of the album up until the end. I felt like I went on a bit of an adventure, just from like a weird, like, it's mixed genres and mixed like stories and mixed everything, and I'm like, wow, I'm being taken so many different places in my brain that I didn't think I'd like. So it was good. My favorite songs off the album were definitely Necromancer Dancing, Star Killer, She-Rex, and Ola Adriana. And this is a solid album. Oh, can you still hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Just shuffly.
Oh, I didn't realize it was coming out of this. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm going to give this also an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh,
Damn,
different
boy.
boy.
Nice.
Greg.
Because just like the Steel Panther album.
It's me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead us out.
I thought it was really cool. I definitely agree the second of the album isn't quite as strong, but I would say it grows on you. I think, She-Rex, Ola Adriana, All at Once is also a really good song. Once you listen to it a few times, it has less of an impact, because I think the first half of the album is much more impactful. Like, all my favorite songs are probably Necromancer Dancing, Funkle Phil, Star Killer, She-Rex. But the second half is a grower. And I think it does take you on a bit of an adventure. I never made the Fall Out Boy connection, so maybe that's why it feels much more original and fresher to me than it might do to other people. But I really enjoyed it. I think the musicianship is really awesome. They got some wacky ideas, and I'll probably give it an 8.5 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Fall Out Boy part is mostly just his voice.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
Fall
You
Out
know,
Boy
I-
Sorry? Yeah.
I definitely see it now. I just never saw it before.
Right, yeah.
I don't think it's just his voice. Yeah, the voice is very similar, but the guitar sound like that, it's like that's a very, very Fall Out Boy. Like, especially because I feel like I need to explain that I really love the first Fall Out Boy album, Under the Cork Tree, and I've listened to the shit out of it. So that's probably why I get the association as well. It's kind of like if you listen to like fucking Just Ain't a Scene, It's an Arms Race. It feels like it could come straight off of this album, in my opinion.
I think it's because
Yeah,
like
I see that.
Fall Out Boy like have like very like some kind of funky kind of influences as well. Like not necessarily funk, but in the way that they like. I think the bass player and stuff like plays some of their riffs. It kind of reminiscent of like old like jazzy kind of sky riffs in a lot of their songs. So that's probably why there's a little bit of a similarity. Not too much, like to the point I didn't enjoy it, but yeah.
Well, I'm very disappointed with all of you at home. Not for listening. I'm so glad you're listening. But you're not commenting and reviewing with us. And if this is your first time not listening to the podcast, then we want you guys to get involved. So we're going to announce some like albums and singles that we want to listen to for the next episode, and we want you to review them. Just leave a short review down below or use on our socials. They'll all be downstairs in the description. They'll be downstairs in the description.
Down in the comment basement.
Yeah, down in the comment basement. This for next episode it's Ben and Kyle choosing, I think. There's nothing special about these two choices. We're just doing stuff we like for this episode. So, Ben, what are you saying, Ben?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, oh, me. Okay, so after the next episodes, we're going to be doing some categories. I won't tell you what those categories are because it's a little secret. But because of that, that's influenced what my choice is going to be for this for next week's episode. Because I want to enjoy myself. So, with that in mind, I've got quite like an extensive list of things I want to get to. So we'll get to those eventually. But this album I am choosing for next week. Strap yourselves in, boys. This is this year is going to be the 20-year anniversary of this album. It is Toxicity by System of a Down.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good album. If any of us don't like this, you're out the bat.
Yeah.
Can you believe this album is turning 20?
Yeah, I absolutely can, because I fucking grew up with this album and I'm old.
Yeah.
I know, but I was only 7 when this came out.
God, I remember seeing
Crazy.
like Chop Suey music video on Kerrang, and my life was
On Kerrang or like like MTV,
Yeah.
or MTV2.
I think I hopped on late because I wasn't much of a music person growing up, but I think it was Mesmerize was my first System album. And fuck me, every song on that album is
I had
amazing.
the double album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was my album that got me into it as well.
Yeah.
You still
Oh
have
my
a
god, they're
System
so
poster,
good.
don't you?
Sorry?
You still have a System poster kicking about, don't you?
Yeah, not in my new place, but it was. You'd see it in the background of last episode.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice too. I look forward to that one.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
How about yourself, Kyle?
My one, I'm going to go for something completely different. How about something completely different? I've been meaning to do this one for a while. It's Sarah Vaughan. Yes, no, it's equally divisive. I don't know if you guys will like this at all. Probably not, but I don't care. It's by a band who it's a house album, but I don't generally like house, but I feel like this album fucking slaps. It's one of my favorite albums, like unironically top 10 albums of all time. It's by a band
your
called
top
Disclosure. 10? My top 10. It's by a band called Disclosure, and it's called Settle. And I've listened to this album so many times since I first heard it, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I still love it every time. It's so good.
Disclosure are one of those names that I've heard a million times, but I don't think I've ever actually listened to.
You probably have by accident, but it's the most like normie music I like by far. But honestly, this album, I fucking love it.
Oh, this album has a couple of bangers on it. To be fair.
Well, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
sorry,
really
did you say Settle?
Yeah, Settle. Their 2014 album. Settle, with, like, 2
SETTLE?
kids on the front. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Nice.
They're very different.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting episode.
I mean, obviously, don't bother with the special edition because it's really long.
Oh no!
The last song on this album
Yeah.
is Help Me Lose. The last song on this album is "Help Me Lose My Mind."
Okay, help me lose my mind. Got it. I'll write that down. Help me
Yeah,
lose
thank you,
my
sir.
mind. Stop there. There we go. I did it.
I'm going to leave the whole thing on the playlist. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. Fuck it.
It's
Don't
very
do that.
two very different bands. I wonder if you play them at the same time, they'll align or something.
They'll cancel each other out, and it would just be no noise.
Yeah, you'd
Just
go
like
deaf.
listening to Dark Side of the Moon while watching Wizard of Oz or something.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of white noise.
Hey, singles then, Greg.
Speaking of White Noise, there's a song on this album called White Noise.
Hey, let's go.
Dun, dun.
Damn. It's all coming together.
Single
yeah.
friend.
Well. This might be, well, I don't know about controversial, but I'm actually going to steal a recommendation from Kyle because, Kyle, you recently completely obsessed
you're
with
lagging.
everything that. Oh no!
Just go for it.
Am I back?
Start again.
Wait.
Start again. Yeah.
You're back. Just go.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm stealing a recommendation from Kyle because Kyle, you showed me this band a little while ago, and I've become completely obsessed. They are called That Handsome Devil. Yeah, everything they do is amazing. So I don't want to pick an album or whatnot, but one song in particular has been stuck in my head for weeks and months, and it's called Charlie's Inferno.
Nice.
And it's
Nice.
fucking sick.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. What genre are
Used
they?
it?
What are they?
Hip hop, I guess.
Oh, okay.
All of them, all the genres. There are
Every
many,
genre.
many things.
Well, I feel like if these guys are hip hop, we've got some metal, we've got some house. This is going to be a very varied episode because I'm going to throw a folk song at everyone. This is a song called Generation Rent by Megson. And I think you guys will find it very relatable. It's a good one. It's on the album
I am
Good
a
Times Will
Rent,
Come
yeah.
Again. Generation Rent from the album Good Times
By
Will Come
who?
Again. Megson.
Megson,
Megson.
The guy on the album cover kind of looks like Simon Pegg a little bit if he had more hair.
My god, he kind of does.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, he does. Nice.
Megson.
Looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got a metal
Oh yeah, boy.
album, a house album, a hip hop song, and a folk song. That's a variety if I ever heard it. So, yeah.
Sounds like a good one.
If you want to listen to all of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, 1 of them, it doesn't matter. Just listen to them. Write in the comment section below what you thought. Or send your little reviews to chubtheband@gmail.com if you're listening audibly. Also, we have socials. They're in the description. And use the hashtag CHUBView or at us or comment to us. Literally, we'll find it. Don't worry, everything goes to the Chub, the band Gmail account, so we'll find it. And we'll read out your reviews next episode.
Wind into the Chubnet.
Yeah, join
Yeah.
us in
Just
the
give us
Chubnet
attention,
with the
please,
Finger
in any
Guns.
form.
Yeah,
We'll lap
love
that
us,
shit up.
appreciate us.
Please.
Please.
Give us a... Anyway, so I think that's everything. listen to our music. It's on Apple Music and Spotify and Pandora, wherever that is, and loads of other things. So
What that is.
apparently it's huge. Apparently it's really big.
Pandora was a thing I found during school, and it was it's like a radio. You just search up one song, and then it will continue to play songs and bands that are similar to that song. People who like that song.
Like
also.
what Spotify does.
Yeah, it does it now, but this
cool.
Pandora's doing that back in like fucking 2008.
I'd be interested to hear what comes up if you listen to our song on Pandora after our song.
Yeah, that's a good show.
That'd be
actually. We should
cool.
do
It'll
that.
just be our song on repeat because there's nothing like it.
Yeah, we're so unique and original. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if this podcast gave you a chub, then you've got to Hang on, Kyle, did you say like and chubscribe?
Yeah.
There it is.
Beautiful.
In this field